Happy birthday, YouTube! So today I'm back with another video, and today I wanna rank my favorite American Horror Story episodes, because 1984 just ended yesterday, so I've been waiting this whole season to make this video. I was gonna make it earlier, but then I was like, why don't I just wait till 1984 finishes? Because that makes sense. So, yeah, let's get into it. Okay, my least favorite season, number 9, is Freak Show. And I know some people like Freak Show, but I didn't like Freak Show. It was not my favorite. I didn't like anything about it. I didn't like the characters. I didn't like the aesthetic. It just wasn't for me. Okay, next is number 8, Cult. Now, Cult, I was like kind of excited for. I remember watching like the teasers for it, and I really liked the teasers. I thought they were really cool, but I don't know. After like episode 3 of Cult, I just like fell apart for me. Same thing with Freak Show. I wasn't into the characters. I wasn't into the story. Like, I got what they were going for, but it's not something I was personally interested in. I'm drinking apple juice, by the way. Apple juice. It's not even my favorite brand of apple juice, but whatever. So yeah, Call. I feel like it was I felt like I'd probably have to rewatch it, but for me it was just a lot of like wasted potential. I thought the new characters were annoying, and yeah. Next is last season, not 1984, Apocalypse. Now, Apocalypse, I was really excited for. I was really like excited for the season because it was like the Murder House Coven mashup, and I was like, ooh, this is probably gonna be really cool. But I don't know. I like the first, like the same with Cult. I like the first, I guess like 4 episodes, but once they got to the flashbacks, I just stopped caring. I think if they rearranged the episodes and just went linearly, if they just told it in a linear fashion, I think this would have been a better season. Because they did the whole like bunker thing, and the bunker thing was like I liked the bunker, and then they did the witches, and then I was like, okay, so what was the point of everything? And in the end, when it all comes together, it was just like, I don't know, it was really, it just felt like a lot of waste of time. And I don't know, I personally wasn't into it. I'm sick of seeing the witches, to be honest. Like, leave them in Coven, I guess. No, I mean, I'd like to see more of the witches, but I didn't like how they were handled in this season. I'd like to see a lot more of the seasons interconnect like this season, but not if it's gonna be like this. I just felt like it was a mess. Okay, the next one is people's favorite, Murder House. Now, I don't think Murder House is a bad season. Like, I mean, like, it's in, like, what place is this? I don't know. It's like, it's just, I feel like it's very dull. It kind of bored me, like, when I think about it. Like, it took me forever to watch. Well, Freak Show took me even longer to watch, but Murder House was just, like, I think it's a good introduction, but I think it's easily outshined by other seasons. So, yeah. Okay, so the next one is Coven. And I know a lot of people like Coven, but um Coven was like okay to me. Like it was pretty average. I think it's like a fun season. But yeah, I mean all the back and forth stuff kind of got old, but I thought it was just a fun season. Emma Roberts was cool. All the witches were pretty cool. But yeah. Okay, so next is 1984, and it's pretty like it's in the top 4. But I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. To be honest, I really like the ending, but I wish they did more of it, and I guess that's a good thing with 1984 because I wanted more, but it didn't. You know, like it left me with that sense of like I want to see more of this. Like I don't know. Like I mean, I don't think it's like the best season. Like it's definitely like a safe season. Like I feel like they didn't really try to do anything different with it. You know, like it's pretty like 80s campy like serial killer stuff. It was also pretty predictable. So I feel like it was a safe season. Like it wasn't like too, it didn't try to do a lot of things like Apocalypse tried. So yeah. So I liked it. I liked the characters in 1984. I really liked Donna and Brooke. I wish there was more of them, especially in the last episode. But yeah. So I just wish there was more of it in 1984. I think the ending was pretty decent. I really like the soundtrack in 1984. Because I like 80s music. But yeah, I don't think it's the worst, but it was definitely like a safe season. Okay, next. People are probably gonna be mad at me with my top 3 choices. But if you didn't see it coming, well, the next one is Roanoke. And you're like, what? Roanoke? I know a lot of people hate Roanoke, but I think Roanoke was pretty good. At least like the last half of the season. I really like that last half of the season. Now I like the first half of the season too, I guess, when I first watch it. But if I'm gonna rewatch Roanoke, then I'd rather just skip the first half and watch the last half of it. Cause Roanoke is like, okay, for one, I think it gets points for originality. Cause it does the whole like documentary thing, and then they switch to like reality TV and like found footage, and I really like that. Well, I'm not really into found footage like the Blair Witch or Paranormal Activity, but the reason I like Roanoke is because I used to like watching like those paranormal documentaries that were like on TV, like when I was in middle school. Like over summer in the morning, I would wake up and I would put on like, what was it, like Sci-Fi, the Sci-Fi channel or something. And well, one of those channels, they had like paranormal documentaries, and they would play people talking about their haunted experiences. And for me, that was kind of like nostalgic to my middle school summer days when I would just sit early in the morning and watch those horror documentaries and be scared. So yeah, and then in the last half, I really liked the characters. I liked Sarah Paulson's character, her actress. I thought she was funny, and yeah, I don't know. I really thought, I know a lot of people don't like it, and I get that. It was definitely like, I don't know, a lot going on. I think the teasers for Roanoke was really good. The teasers were amazing for Roanoke. But yeah, I mean, I know a lot of people don't like Roanoke, and they're probably like, ugh, whatever. But I liked Roanoke. Next Oh my god, it's the top two. Okay, so my next favorite season, top two, is going to be Asylum. And yeah, people are probably like, you already know what's next in my number one spot, and you're probably like, why'd you put Asylum second? But I liked Asylum. I thought it was a really good season because, okay, first of all, the character development in that season was amazing. Jessica Lange did really good. Um, Sarah Paulson really stood out this season compared to like Murder House. I think she only played like Billie Dean in Murder House, but Sarah Paulson really showed her potential in Asylum, and then that's how we got like the main cast of characters going forward into the rest of the season. Cause I don't know, it really showed off like their versatility in acting and like the story, and it was, I feel like it was a true horror story when you think of American Horror Story. Like the rest of the seasons, they kind of like, I feel like they kind of get goofy the more they go on, but Asylum, like, something bad was always happening. Like the stakes were constantly being risen, and yeah. But I really think the actors did a great job this season. The story, I really like the subplots. Lily Brabe as Sister Mary Eunice, she was phenomenal in that role. And it was amazing. Jessica Lange was amazing. I think everyone did a really good job with their characters that season, and it's a really good, like, character driven season. And even like the stories were interesting, the subplots like being trapped in the asylum and then being possessed by evil spirits and the aliens. I wish they did more aliens. I want to see them bring back the aliens in a future season. Cause like, I just want more aliens, you know? It's like 1984. Like, it left me with that I want to see more of this. So yeah, that's why Asylum's in my top two. Okay, and my number one spot, if you didn't guess already, is Hotel. And I know a lot of people didn't like Hotel, but I liked Hotel. I really like, I mean, I'm gonna admit, I don't think it's the best season. Like, I would probably put Asylum as number one, but Hotel is the very first season I watched. Like, Hotel is the one that got me into American Horror Story. So, yeah. Hotel got me into American Horror Story, and if it wasn't for Hotel, then I wouldn't even be watching it. But, but I like Hotel for more than just, it was the first season I watched. Because, for one, I think Lady Gaga did a really good job acting. I was like, oh my god, she's a singer. Like, what is she gonna do? Like, ruin the show or whatever? Well, actually, I watched it. I was like, oh, if Lady Gaga's in this, like, I can watch this. Like, this isn't gonna be scary. It's just Lady Gaga being weird. But I really liked her in this role. Like, I think she was, like, the best part of the season. I really liked the vampire storyline. I didn't really care for the Ten Commandments killing, but I really liked Hotel. I loved the aesthetic of the hotel. It was a perfect balance of like creepy and like beautiful, and I liked the 1920s aesthetic of it. And James Patrick March, I thought he was a great character, villain, whatever. And I don't know, I feel like Hotel is really like a bittersweet like season. Like, I really like the characters in this season. I think the story could be a lot better in terms of like writing. Duh. But I definitely really like the characters. I love the setting, like being trapped in the hotel. I like the whole idea of it. And like compared to Murder House, I like Hotel more than the Murder House. I think it's like it's just better and like creepier. Like being trapped in a hotel. But it sort of has like this draw to it. Like it like pulls you in. Kinda like what they said about 1984. But if I had a choice to be trapped in like the Murder House, Camp Redwood, Hotel, Asylum, Roanoke, I would go with the hotel. Cause at least it looks nice. It looks nice. There's more people dead in there. That sounds bad. But like, like it's not like plus like they mention it in like 1984. They're like, we're like trapped here. I mean, they're all trapped in their places. But in 1984, they're kind of like secluded from society. Like it's always gonna be 1984. Like they're never gonna get out of 1984 or whenever they died. I think it was like 1989. But the hotel's always changing, always evolving. So the characters in the hotel are like they're in the loop. Like, like in the last episode or whatever, Sally got a phone and she's like tweeting and stuff and she got like a following. So I think it was like really nice. But it's also like, it's like a bittersweet, heartbroken season. Like, I feel like nobody is really happy. But they were kind of happy to some extent, except Lady Gaga. She wanted to get out of there and now she's trapped in that hotel forever. But I don't think it's as bad compared to like Roanoke, Camp Redwood. I feel like those two are the worst places to be trapped in because it's hot, you're outside with nature. At least in a hotel, you have like new people checking in every day to be somewhat entertained. But yeah, that's my list for American Horror Story. Let me know what your favorite seasons are. Um, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe. And Bellatrixie says happy birthday if it's your birthday. So yeah. Thanks for watching. Okay, bye.